the opportunity to come to very well-respected, well-known franchise in junior hockey. That's from the start with them. It's about to entail on sort of a new and different direction of local ownership that is super interested in the team. They've really shown that with everything that they've done and talked about to us, to the opportunities now for us to try and put pieces together and so forth. So I can speak for myself. We're all looking really forward to it and excited about it. And fire away.
What do you think about the two guys sitting next to you and how much you're looking forward to working with them this year?
Well, I think their knowledge speaks for themselves. For Dave to be involved in the Western League the last 8 or 9 years is going to be invaluable to me, to just with all things, from the major things that you'll see to the little things that you don't see. His experience speaks for itself in that. And Darrin, from all I've heard, is instrumental in the minor hockey year in developing players and how he played the game. And there's a big emphasis more emphasis than ever on skill in the game. So there's going to be adequate opportunity for him to pass that skill on to other young hockey players.
John, does coaching philosophy have to change much going from coaching men to coaching kids?
I don't think the philosophy changes. I think you got to have some basic things that you like to do and implant. I think your overall talent on a year-to-year, no matter where you're at, can sort of change your style a little bit or something. But I don't envision that. I mean, I know I've talked to different people who may have been involved in the pro game or may not, or trying to emulate something that Detroit or somebody's doing. I don't really see that. I think your personnel can dictate it, but.
Dave, and there, 5-year wide out. Think this is up.
Passion for the Regina Pats. Over the course of the summer, I had an opportunity to interview with a couple of teams. In speaking with the ownership group, after missing out on the head coach position, the opportunity to work with the ownership group, and in the end, after speaking with John, it was really intriguing. In the end, on a personal note, I get to benefit from his experience, and it's another opportunity for me to grow as a coach.
And I would say the same thing. I mean, this opportunity, I'm pretty honored to come out from right locally, Regina minor hockey. I have done some assistant coaching at the CIU level, but this is just a tremendous honor to be with these two gentlemen. I'm hoping I can pass on some things to the kids in the development and that of this team, but ultimately I'm going to grow as a coach as well. So selfishly, I'm very pleased to be joining the group.
A lot of people want to know why you go back to riding buses, John, after doing it all at the pro level.
Well, I think the opportunity was there. I wasn't. It maybe looked like I wasn't going to be doing a lot this coming season. A couple of things that sort of just didn't happen. There were possibilities from being involved in coaching a team to scouting from where I was living in New Jersey, and I talked with somebody about some Europe things that might have happened in the future, and then I got a call from Chad, and then a little while later, there's more communication and talked to Todd, and things just grew from there. So somebody just said the word intrigued. I was intrigued to start with, and then I became more interested, and then the more we communicated, the more I thought it was a really great, neat opportunity to get involved. I think I worded it when I spoke to somebody, it's probably over the phone. It's like with new ownership and their passion for it, it's like taking over an expansion team that's not an expansion team. Like, everybody's new here, like from the ownership down. Everybody has a freshness about it, and wanting to do well, not just now, but for many years.
Darrin, are you still going to be involved with the service, or are you retired from that? Are you still going to handle both jobs?
Yes, I am still going to be on with the Regina Police Service. I still have a few more years left there for sure. So this is something that I'll do kind of on I guess, for lack of a better word, a part-time basis. And I'll try to be there as much as I possibly can. But yeah, I do have that job that has to pay the bills a little bit as well.
So it's basically sticking around for the home games and stuff on the road, probably.
Well, you know, I think that's one thing that John and I discussed. We'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to be there as much as possible. I've looked at the schedule, and I'm hoping to get on the road as much as I can as well. But yeah, I definitely will be here for practices and the home games and that. But I'm hoping that it'll develop into something further as we go.
Dave, how odd will it be to be behind the bench against the Saskatoon Blades for that first time in your whole junior career with that organization?
Well, I'm a big believer that it doesn't really matter who we're playing. I mean, as a coaching staff, you want to scout the opposition, but I mean, our goal is we want to worry and stay concerned about the development of our organization, our program, our players. So no matter who we're up against, I mean, our goal is to focus on our game and our work ethic, our commitment to the program that we're going to put together here.
John, do you feel any expectation or pressure of expectation based upon this game as last year?
I don't think so. I think every year is different. I think there's always a goal to play the last game of the season and win it, but there's also realism that comes in sometimes. It's going to be I don't think necessarily tough, but there'll be hard decisions, and for me it'll be balancing winning that game or winning whatever on the ice and helping build something longer term. So I don't really have any expectations other than to be successful and be very competitive and win more than our share of hockey games. And I know that there's a longer goal in mind too, that as far as development and building some consistency. So I think it's just an interesting challenge. I think I know what the expectations are short term, and I know what they are longer term.
John, you've been on the job a few weeks now. Have you had a chance to assess the roster a little bit? What you think?
Well, it's more like I've just been on it for like about 20 hours because it's the first time here yesterday getting in, and I talked to Dale McMullen over the phone. I talked to Chad. I talked to Dave. It's good knowledge. So in the last few hours, I have a little bit more of a handle on players, but I think that's what training camp's going to be for, and so forth. And it's short. It's not always probably even fair in this kind of situation, but that's just going to have to happen. How it unfolded for everybody here, that's just what you got to deal with. We can't change it. So we'll just go about it. So we'll have it figured out.